Alright, so Mollegabet's coming along. As you can see, I got both limbs narrowed down to the line almost perfectly. I'll actually put the camera down and I'll show you how that measures. Got a tillering string wrapped around it right there. And I'll show you how I put the knock in. I started doing it and then went, oh, I should probably show you how to do that. Okay, so right now it's coming in at like ½ an inch, a little bit less than that. Right there you can see. And it's pretty much the same on the other side. So then I'll put the knock in and then we can get tillering on that. And all I've done so far on this was just take that, and you see how that knocks back there? I just took the file and started running it like that. And I went in, I don't know, not very far. You can see. So I'm probably going to do one more sanding before we start tillering, and then I'll put the knock on, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'll see you then. Bye. Alright, so now we're going to put the knocks in, and that's just so I can get a tillering string on and start looking at the curves of the limbs. So how this has to work here is that it has to be able to have a ledge that this can catch onto. As you can see, it kind of has one there, but then what will happen is that these edges will force the string off and it'll come off. So what we're going to do now too is, where did my pencil go? Here it is. We have this right here that's going to have to go down more. I'll show you how far down. And then instead of going just straight across like that, instead of doing that, we're going to come back like this at an angle. So that way when the bow is strung, it'll line up perfectly. So when it's braced at brace height, it'll line up with the bowstring. So just there, and you can do it by eye. I mean, you don't need to mark anything out. What I'll do is, I don't even clamp it down usually. I'll just hold it down with my hand and start going over it with the file. So I've done that, and I'll come back and do more later. Now, you start out with your thumb or something there. I think you can see that, yeah? Yeah. And there's that smell back again. And then once I've done the top and one of the sides, you come in and get the corner too, so just round it off like that. So that's pretty good, I think, right there. So as you can see, it goes up and connects with there, and it's all about that thick. You see it on that side too. If I can get that lined up. Yeah, there. And so that'll hold the string in place while we're doing it. So I'll do the other side, and the important thing is to really just make those even. You can mark out a line if you want, and then once I've done this on this side, I'll go over and do it on the other side, and show you the tillering string and my tillering tree. So I'll do that and get back to you. Alright, so I finished that one, and I finished this one now. So this tillering string that I have there, it doesn't need to be tight. This is just a piece of paracord, something that'll hold up to the stress of being stretched like that. Really, you don't need anything special. This is just, like I said, a piece of paracord with 2 bowline knots that, if I want to make it shorter, I untie and just tie them back again. And I'll show you that on the tillering tree. And before I do that, one more thing that I'd like to show you. So this is the limb that I did first, and then I showed you, and I said I'd get back and show you the other one. I just finished this one, The only thing wrong with it I can see is that right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. It's like a pocket formed in the wood that, I don't know, it was impossible to tell from the outside. It's not a split or anything, but I could see if the bow breaks, it's going to break there. But that's pretty much the only problem I have with this bow so far. Other than that, it's all going pretty well. I can already feel some high spots that we're going to have to take down once we start tillering. One right there, and one right up there. But I'll string this and put it on. Oh, I should probably show you the tillering tree too. So this is my tillering tree. Honestly, it's just a 2x4 that I cut notches in, and then I nailed it and screwed it to a piece of plywood. It's sturdy enough. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's pretty good. And then cut a little divot out with the coping saw there. Now, what I'll do here is I will string up this. That one goes there. And there. Now, point you right there. And show this. So as you can see, it's just supposed to stretch the bow a little bit, and that tillering string's way too loose. I think probably have to go tighter. If I can move it down another notch for now. And you can see that curve, and I'm trying to look now. I don't think there'll be any tough spots. It looks like a couple of stiff spots, but maybe right here and right here might have to get taken down some. But that's how I do it, yeah, is I put it on the tillering string, take a step back, look at it, and then start taking wood down. So now that I've done that, it's just taking wood down on all those spots, and I'll talk about the stiff spots and stuff like that and what you need to watch out for when you're doing this. So I'm going to see if I can shorten up that tillering string, maybe stretch the wood of the bow a little bit more, and then I'll get back to you. So see you then.